Ik zit op mijn kruk op jou te wachten. Ja, kom deze kant op.
Finale van de Men's Softball European Super Cup. Finale gaat tussen Locos Breclav uit Tsjechië en Magos Tenerife. Ik ga u aan het voorstellen de official Fire Megan Hilton, Turkey Sabina Fabrici en Turkey Sarah Riemen. Officieel gescoord wordt door Karin Tiedeman en Jan Smit. En wij wensen u heel veel plezier bij deze finalewedstrijd.
A very good evening, everybody. Welcome back to the Super Cup Men's 2023, where we are here to watch the grand finale. I'm Elena Prince, and I'm sitting here with Thomas Maas.
Yes, welcome everybody. I'm looking forward to this final.
Me too. I think it's going to be a great game, because earlier today they played, and Locos won, but after 11 innings.
Yeah, that was a really long game. And I'm looking forward to the Tenerife pitcher. He already threw a lot of innings today.
Yeah.
So I'm looking forward to this game.
Yeah. I think he threw most of the games. They didn't have another pitcher who was at least as good as him. So we're starting, and the first batter that we have for Tenerife is Magnus Kirsten. Hans, de pitcher is nummer 2, dat is Jakub Bosička. Yeah. So 1 and 2 to count. So Thomas, have you played against any of those teams?
Yes, we played with DVH in the same group as Tenerife.
Okay.
And we played I think on Tuesday, and they also used Pimento as their pitcher.
Okay.
And it was on one hand really nice to see him throw that good. And
Yeah.
on the other hand, it was really, really hard to hit him.
I bet.
I think we lost quite big, but we had some really good contact and I think 2 triples, so that was really good.
That's cool. He's at bat now, so
One of the things that surprised me about him is how good he was defensively as well. I think he made 3 great plays against us on the line, but in the last game, the backdoor as well, a great play between first and home. He's just very athletic,
yeah.
very fast, and throws good to the base as well. That's not always a guarantee from a pitcher.
Yeah, in the last game, he actually took over the first base, while the first and second base were debating who's going to get the ball.
I think that was one of the plays he did against DVH as well, and I was
Okay.
really surprised because normally that's more of a baseball play that a pitcher takes over the base, and in softball it's a little bit more unique. So,
Yeah.
like I
Yeah.
said, he's really quick.
Yeah, it surprised me a lot because I'd never seen that in softball, exactly as you said. So that was cool. And he's a great hitter too.
He can do it all, and I think he's really important for Tenerife. And if they want to do go for the final
Mhm.
tonight and take the gold medal, he has to step it up once again. And that
Yeah.
might be a lot of pressure as well, but I think he will handle it fine.
Yeah. Yeah, I think so too. I think it takes a lot of pride for him to also, like, you can say with the pitching, he's really carrying his team with that. And I think that's really cool. And
Yeah. Yeah, for sure, and the same can be said for the pitcher from Locos Breclav. He pitched, I think, a couple of nights ago against Painbusters,
yeah.
and he put himself in a little bit of a harsh spot with some defensive mistakes, and he threw a ball past second base. But they are such a strong team. They came back in the end, and I think they hit a 3-run home run in the 5th
Yeah.
to seal the win.
Yeah, they have a very strong pitching lineup because they have N. Osichka and Holobradek. And then they also have the, I forgot his name, but he was a Mexican guy, so that's also very nice. So, again, that's like really cool of Pimento that he carried like his team through the 11-inning game while the rest of them, like, they had 3 pitchers to choose from and he had to do it all alone.
Yeah, they have way more depth, and for now they did a very good first inning.
Yeah.
I think every batter he started with a strike.
Mhm.
We're now going to see how they're going to hit.
Yeah.
En ik ben terug. Zometeen na de commentaar werkt.
So here we go to the bottom of the first.
Yes, and Locos is starting with their normal leadoff hitter, Martin Magula. He started most of the games as a leadoff, I think.
Yeah, I think so as well.
Yeah. At least all the games he played the last few days. So
Yeah, I think they might have switched some things up in the early stages of the tournament.
mhm.
But
Just-
both teams are pretty certain about their lineup at the moment.
Yeah.
It's of course way tougher for Tenerife right now. They came through the back door, so on one hand they have just a win and a really good feeling, but on the other hand they already played a game like a few hours ago. One of the things that's really nice to see is that the field is still really good. There was a lot of rain this week. I think all the field crews from all the three of the venues did a great job, but to have the final, well, not at the exact time as they planned it, but a few hours later, and have played almost every game, that's like really nice.
Yeah. Yes, it was awesome, even though the rain delays also yesterday, because yesterday it was pouring, and today the field looks actually pretty great.
Yeah, and they had to finish some games of this morning while they rescheduled the final with 2-7. That's the second one in this count that the hitter is not really happy with the call of the umpire. So it's now a full count, and both of the strikes were outside. And if that is a strike zone, they have to adapt.
Yeah. The umpire sees what they see, and you cannot adjust to that. You have to adjust to that. You cannot change that.
And that's really important. Why umpire always has to have the same zone, and not. And if that's maybe every umpire has their own, but when it is the same every time, you can adapt as a hitter and also as a pitcher and keep the game as fair as possible.
Yeah.
But as a leadoff, this is really good at bat. You already saw 6 pitches, fouled one off right now. And I think that is one of the ways to score runs on Pimento is to see a lot of pitches, because he has already thrown, like you just said, a lot of innings, not only today but all week. They're relying solely on him for the pitching. So make him work in those first few innings.
Yeah. Yeah, that is indeed one of the hardest jobs for the leadoff, because on the one side you want to get on base, and if you see a good ball, you have to hit it. Oh, you don't have to, but you would most likely want to. But you also want to see as many pitches as you can, because
for him it's now really good to go to the dugout and tell everybody what he saw.
Now we have Wojtek Forman, the third baseman, and he gets a ball for his first pitch. Wojtek is also, most of the time he is the second at bat, and sometimes he was even third, but he's high up in the lineup. He has one of the highest batting averages of the team, so then it's the best to start off early.
Yeah, it's crazy that he still hits 350 in a tournament with this good pitching. And I think one of the interesting things is that they saw each other today already. They played for, I think, 11 innings.
Yeah.
And so they showed each other that they can beat each other, and they saw the pitching already. It's going to be an interesting game.
Yeah. In the morning, although they played each other, but Osichka only pitched 2 innings, maybe 1.5, and Holobradek pitched the rest. So that might be a little bit new, because I didn't see as much of him.
Oh, and like you said, the depth of the pitching from Locos is just bigger. They have more pitching. They can change things up. They can use all the pitches right now. This is the last game of the tournament.
Yeah.
And Tenerife has to do it with Pimentel.
Hmm. Yeah, and also it is difficult because they have different layered of pitchers. Because like Michael Holobradek, he was just at IC and he was crowned top 5 best pitchers at that tournament. So that's like a really good achievement. Definitely for somebody who's from Europe. I mean, we don't get that much recognition in the big leagues.
No, that's crazy. That's crazy.
So that's crazy. And Osichka is also the second pitcher of the Czech national team, and they've been unbeatable for some years now.
Yeah, they just won the European Championships
Yeah,
a few weeks ago as well, and
they did a pretty good job at the Worlds.
yeah,
They,
and I think every team has at least one or maybe even multiple Czechs in their team, and like I think the whole Czech competition is here this week.
yeah, the Czechs are ruining everybody.
Now hitting for the Locos is Carolini, the catcher, and he just struck out.
So that is the second out.
And 2 strikeouts already.
Mhm.
Carolini is a really good hitter as well this week with a high average, and they just attacked him with 3 straight pitches. He fought one off, but they were attacking him from the start. And now number 4, the right fielder, Adam Lignac.
Well, he's the fourth batter, and so most times that's the.
Ooh,
Ooh.
I'm not sure where it hit him, but that looked really dangerous.
Yeah, really hard. We get the replay here. Oh,
It's
was
high
it
and inside, but I don't know if it hit his head actually,
well,
or
his
it
helmet
might was
went
his
a little bit
head.
off.
But we're not gonna show it again because we're not sure what it hit him. But he sits and he's talked to by his coach, and
He. Oof.
I think they are working with his hand. I think his hand might have saved him because it went straight for his head,
Yeah.
but he's already standing up, and I don't think it hit his head. So that's really good to hear, and to see him just walk and stay up, because like if you have an 80 miles per hour ball straight at your head, that's I think that's one of the worst things that can happen to you while you face a pitcher with that much speed.
Mhm. But he is one of the hitters with the most power, I think. He has had a lot of doubles and some triples. He makes good contact.
And I think he's lucky as well that didn't hit his hand on the wrong spot,
Yeah.
because it doesn't look like he's in a lot of pain and could have actually broke some of his fingers. And that's a 6-4 end of the first.
Could have also been the adrenaline.
Yeah, let's see if he comes back to the field.
Yeah.
All you need is the ball.
And we're back with the top second. And for the Tenerife, for the Magos, we're starting with the shortstop, Jose Cruz Morales. And it goes into the center field. And it is a catch by the center fielder, George Harris.
Yeah, it was a deep fly ball.
Good communication over there.
Yeah, and I think I missed spot. You saw the catcher go to the outside part, and then it went fully on the inside.
Yeah. And that probably was the one spot they wanted to not hit.
No, exactly, especially on a fourth hitter in a lineup in the final in the Super Cup.
Well, now we have Nicolai Elsner.
That's more on the outside where he wants it. And now 2 strikes after a change-up, so the speed changed a lot, and now the fastball is looking even faster, and that's a strikeout. It's a really good sequence, working on the outside, then going to the change-up, and then a high rise. And again, Ositska is getting in front of the hitters. He throws a lot of strikes. Oh, and it's caught on third. So it's 2 strikes. For Jonel Pirela Villalobos.
It was a nice off speed though.
Yeah, they're changing up speeds really well at the moment.
Yeah.
And another strikeout, and that's an end of the top of the second.
Dat je de stance een beetje wilde veranderen? Nou, iets meer naar binnen. En toen we je zagen, was je weer naar buiten.
Mijn achtervoet stond wel heel erg naar het pitch, toch?
So, bottom of the second inning, we're starting with George Harris, the center fielder, who just made that catch over there. And that's a ball. Yeah, Pimento. Yeah, you can see he's getting kind of tired.
He has to. It's crazy how much he already pitched.
Yeah. I mean, 11 innings and then 7.
It's a really deep ball, but I think it's a catch for center field.
Yeah, that is. It's difficult to see from here.
Still no hits in this game. So we expected a pitcher duo, and it is becoming one already. This one was hit really hard, but not far enough to get over the fence.
Now at bat we have Locos Breclav, who hits the ball to first base, and that is the second out.
So 2 outs and 3 pitches. If you want to keep Pimentel in the game for 7 innings, then this is the game plan. But I think they have to be a bit more patient.
Yeah. Let him at least throw some more.
Yeah. So now hitting is first base Martin Turek. All the way back in the box. It gives you a bit more time to see the ball or pick it up, but it also gives the ball more time to drop or rise. It's an outside pitch, so 2 balls.
And ball hits Pimento. And he makes the third out. So this was the end of
All you need is the ball.
So we're going to start in the 3rd inning. And hitting for Tenerife is Jorge Giro.
Jorge is also one of their strongest hitters in the lineup.
Yeah.
Although
At the moment in the 7th spot as a DH, but not hitting for really high efforts this tournament. But a really dangerous hitter.
because when he hits it hard. But he first does have to hit it.
Yeah, exactly.
For it to go far.
These are the games that you just want 1 or 2 hits from your key players, and when they are at the right moment, you can win these games.
Yeah. Everybody has a job in the team, and some is to get on base all the time, and the others is to hit it out once or twice in a season.
Yeah, exactly. You just want those home runs or those hard hits or extra base hits at the right moment, and you can.
Or even the sacrifice flies.
Exactly, and you don't want to. It's part of the game that they are, like right now, are a leadoff, and of course you want them to do a good job. But it's not their job in the lineup to get those crazy walks with 8 or 9 pitches. And this is a strikeout as well. Looking.
Now bat for Tenerife, we have the right fielder, Martin Guillot. You were in the national team coaching stuff with him, weren't you?
Yeah, with the under 18s a couple of weeks ago back in Prague. And he was one of the coaches there. And I was on the same staff. We played each other a couple of days ago when we played Tenerife, so that was fun.
Yeah.
And I'm really happy for him that he's in the final. And let's see what he can do.
Yeah. So 1 and 2 to count.
On the outside, and back-to-back strikeouts already. It's turning out to be a kind of a standard men's game. So the first few innings are really dominated by pitching, a lot of strikeouts, a lot of hard pitching. And then it's a game about who gets tired first, or who gets that hit, or the rally when
or who gets a home run.
Exactly. When the tensions are a bit higher and the pressure is a bit higher as well. But this was an easy pitcher to first base, end of the top of the third inning.
Yeah. Ja. Ja, is goed.
Wie gesagt, wenn es kein Ball ist. Ball ist Arena Sport. Ja, ja.
And we're back with the bottom of the third inning. Now hitting for Locos is the DH.
Yeah, that is Jakub Holobradek. Niet jas deze keer?
With the start of the inning, the catcher looks a bit injured. I think it's cramps. It's already a long week for him as well.
Yeah. Normally at these types of tournaments I'd say it because of the heat, but we didn't really see that this week.
No, temperature-wise it was really nice.
Yeah.
It was a shame of the amount of rain.
Yeah. But for the rest it was pretty nice indeed.
Yeah, and I think it's a nice sunny evening to end it all. So
Yeah,
now we are starting at the bottom of the third.
This is way better than the evening we've had yesterday.
Yeah, that was crazy. We played actually yesterday evening as well against Spectrum. And it was, I think, 9-0 in the fourth or in the second or third inning, I don't know.
It was in the
and
third.
And it just kept on raining, raining. And nothing we can do, nothing they can do. And
so happily, this is better day.
This is way better as we start with a fly out to the second base.
So, fly out for Jakub Holobradek.
Yeah, again, a really good pitch by Pimentel.
Now bat for Locos, we have Michal Koluch.
I think both catchers want a bit of a bigger zone than they are getting right now for the umpire.
Yeah.
But I think it's quite consistent at the moment as this goes to third base, and it's a base hit, the first hit of the game by the left fielder, the ninth hitter for Locos.
And that was the... Yeah, that was a 9-hitter. Great hit and gap. And now we're back at the top of the order with Martin Magula.
Yeah, and a runner at first base. So first, not huge opportunity yet, but it's an opportunity to try and create something this inning.
It's the first opportunity.
Yeah, and they are going for the bunt, and they're going to second base, and that's a great out at second to get the force out. It was a good sack bunt though, but I think it was a bit too much to the pitcher, and like we already discussed, the pitcher is so athletic, so quick. Here as well, so quick with the ball, one bounce, and it's
And
not
he
even
knows
close.
exactly that he can get it on second base.
Yeah, it's not even close.
He didn't even have to think about it. He just had the situation in his mind just before he got the pitch. Now bat we have Wojtek Forman. And he starts it off with a strike. And this bouncer goes to the shortstop, and the shortstop makes a play at second base. For the third out. This was an easy play. It was already so nearly on the base.
All you need is the ball.
Yeah, we're back at the top of the fourth.
With Magnus Kirstein.
Yeah, the leader for Tenerife. No hits yet. Tenerife at this moment. So really dominant performance at the moment by the Locos pitcher. He keeps attacking the zone, hitter after hitter, tries to get in front as much as possible. And I think at the moment the Locos hitters are a bit more attacking than Tenerife is.
Yeah. And this ball goes to the pitcher.
And he's really quick, yeah, he's safe, and that's the first hit.
Yeah.
Nothing you can do, you just have to wait till the ball starts dropping down again. It was a really good hit into the ground.
That's why this chopper is one of the quickest ways, if you're a quick runner, to get on base.
Yeah, like we just said, you have hitters whose job it is to get on base, and as a leadoff it is one of your jobs, and he did that really good. And now up the middle, again to the pitcher, and nothing he can do again. It's the exact same play. He tries to slap it to first base to try something, but Pimento, like we already said, is so quick. And all of a sudden, 3 innings, no hits for Tenerife, and now they have 2 back-to-back infield choppers and 2 runners without any outs.
This was Osichka tries to slap the ball to first base a lot. He had that. Um, yeah, he had that like 3 times already, and it's never worked out though.
No, you have to slap it really hard.
Oh, and this one goes also.
Oh, what a play. Oh no, and they're not paying any attention. I think the second base thought it was past him already.
Yeah, and the shortstop is.
Shortstop saves a run there for sure. So that's a crazy game, a crazy play. So let's see. It's on back to back to back balls, 3 hits up the middle.
Yeah. All 3 were
Yeah,
choppers. Yeah, and
yeah.
he didn't even see it. Yeah.
Second base thought it was past shortstop already, and
And he
it
wanted
wasn't.
to check if the runner tagged his base.
It would have been a close play at second.
Mhm.
It wasn't a guaranteed out, and luckily the runner stayed at third base for Locos. But now
Yeah.
we have all bases loaded. The number 4 hitter.
And no outs.
This is a huge opportunity. And I just mentioned that they were patient, but they are fully attacking right now. The last 4 balls, we had 3 hits and now a strike.
This is a great example of how much confidence your team can gain when your leadoff gets on base. When your leadoff gets on base, you can get the confidence of, oh, if he can do it, I can do it too.
And as well, just a difference by making contact and instead of going always for the homer. There's so much pressure now right now on every fielder, on every player, not only on the pitcher but on the whole team. You put so much pressure on them.
No.
They just tried to bunt with all bases loaded.
And I mean, the pitching speed is hard enough for it. If you just hit it correctly, then you can already go very far.
Yeah, exactly. And this is a strikeout looking. And it's a tough first out for Tenerife. You see the replay again. I think it's an outside pitch. It's a really good pitch.
Yeah.
So now hitting Nikolai Elsner. As a defense, you love a double player at this moment. After 2 swings and misses, it's 2 strikes.
Yeah, this team, the Locos, is not one to just walk over. I mean, if you want to put pressure, you have to keep setting pressure. And a foul ball. But as I was saying, if you want to set pressure, you have to keep setting pressure, because once you stop, they will come all over you.
Yeah, exactly. So 3 strikes, 2 swings and misses, and a foul ball. And this one was outside. Said the umpire. The pitcher didn't agree. It was a really well located pitch, but it doesn't mean that it's a strike.
Yeah.
And I think in this count it was fine to pitch it there. Ooh, and he throws it over the head of the...
And
he's
they're
in
going in a
between.
rundown. And that is out.
Yeah.
This rundown was really good. You can see that they've practiced on it a million times. And as they should. I mean, it does not happen often, but if it happens and you mess up, It can cost a lot of runs.
And every throw you have to make extra adds more pressure because people are walking and running and have to catch and throw the ball. I think as a coach you want 1 or 2 throws less than they just did would make it perfect.
Yeah.
But they got the out, and I think on a wild pitch with bases loaded, you are really lucky to get away with an out instead of a run. And now he's 1 pitch away from getting out of this inning. And I think that's a foul ball.
Yeah. That ball.
It hit the catcher though.
Yeah.
Who's in a lot of pain. So as things stand, Tenerife had a really good opportunity to score a run, bases loaded without any outs after 3 infield singles. And now only second and third are loaded. And we already have 2 outs. So after a short break, because of the foul ball that hits the catcher quite hard, we're back.
He looks alright.
Yeah, catchers are tough.
And this is strike number 3.
Looking again, and he gets out of this jam without any runs.
Bottom 4. You ready, Thomas?
I'm ready. Hitting is the catcher, Carolini.
So let's see if the foul ball he just got made him hit even faster. Oh, that's a foul.
Yeah, good play and throw by the third base player, but it was a foul ball.
I think that in every situation where you don't know for sure if it's a foul ball or not, you should continue to play. They will stop you when it's foul, and if it's not, it might cover confusion to your opponent.
Yeah, always play it out until you hear an umpire or see hands in the air. Always play it out, run it out.
Just in case. And the ball?
Yeah, and again a ball where the battery is not happy with it.
No.
Both the catcher and pitcher are a little bit annoyed by the call of the umpire.
Hmm. But they've been annoyed a lot. I
Yeah,
mean,
yeah,
yeah, they
almost
should know by now that that's the spot that just
exactly.
that she won't call, even though maybe you think it's a strike. The umpire always has a different view. Well, not always, but I mean, in theory.
But he came back strong with a strikeout pitch, so we have one out. A great drop.
Yeah. And now about we have Adam Lunyak.
Yeah, he just got hit by pitch. I think it was on his hand,
Hmm.
and in the end they called it a foul ball
Yeah.
or a swing, one of the other.
Hmm. And that's a strike.
And another strikeout by Pimentel after a swing and a miss. So that's two already in this inning and two outs. They're pitching really well on the outside part of the plate.
Hmm.
On switching up between the rise and the drop. And now we have George Harris, center field. He's trying to start a two-out rally, and
He is.
he is. A good base hit on the first pitch. So we have a runner at first with two outs.
And now about we have Ludek Oblustil.
A shortstop.
In his first at bat, he hit on the first pitch, and he knows now that maybe he should have watched some others.
Yeah. He needs
So
to
he
give
takes the
himself.
first pitch.
He needs to give himself a shot, and the
Mhm.
first pitch he takes indeed with an outside strike.
Yeah.
Great pitch. And they're keeping it to the outside. Nice frame by the catcher, but this was a ball. Good call by the ump.
Yeah.
Some ball in the ground, but a good pick by the catcher, so still only a runner at first. And a good rise for a swing and a miss and a 2-2 count. And I think we see a reaction from Pimento, and I hope it's nothing too serious. Like we already said, he has thrown so many innings this week and also today. The 11 inning game this morning, and then 5 innings against Barracudas 2 to 3 hours ago.
Yeah, it really messed him up. And I mean, it's totally understandable.
Exactly, yeah.
It's inhuman to throw so much in one day. And also in one tournament.
And one of the things that keeps him up right now is it is the final game, so you know you can give everything and you don't have to throw anymore, and you can relax your arm and your whole body the coming days, perhaps weeks even for Pimentel. But also the coaches are now coming from the dugout, and I think they are getting yeah, only one can go, of course. He's stretching. It doesn't seem to be at his arm, but mostly his legs, his lower body. And for the sake of the game, I really hope he stays in it.
Yeah.
And he's one strike away from getting through 4. And he gets 2 pitches, I think, to warm up a bit and to feel how it's going. So we're ready to go, and let's see what will happen. So it's a 2-2 count with 2 outs and a runner at first.
And I bet now is Ludek Koblostel. Ludek actually has a brother who played with the Stags. And it was pretty fun because they got to play against each other in the Wednesday night game. So it was interesting. Well, the game was not as much. They beat them Mercy Rule.
Yeah, Stax went to the second cup.
Yeah.
This though was a really tough at bat for Oslo Pino to get in a 2-2 count and then have to wait for like a few minutes to see the next pitch.
Yeah.
It's really tough to get in.
It gets you out of your momentum.
Completely. So we have had 4 innings, no runs, a few hits, 1 bases loaded for Tenerife, and let's see if they can bring it again in the 5th inning.
I bet they would love that.
Yeah, especially if they can make it count and get a run on the board. Because both teams are right now 9 outs away.
Yeah. And who knows, maybe we'll play even more, just like this morning.
Exactly, they are really close, and teams that can compete with each other really well. They played 11 innings this morning already, and some of the tiebreak innings they scored, and some they didn't, and they kept getting close to each other. And in the end, Locos won with 5-3.
And they tried to go in for the bunt. This is Yonel Pirera Villalobos. And that is a strike.
This was a change-up, I think.
And this is an action from
60.
6-3.
And the first out. So they are really all over the lineup are making contact right now, but nothing too hard or into the outfield.
No. But I mean, if you get 3 of those little hits from just now.
That would be perfect. Then you first time through the lineup, they didn't hit you, then they start to hit you very slowly and with soft contact, and then you can always, as a coach as well, see what you want to do when they're coming for the 3rd time to the batter's box. And that's a ball, too low, so 1-1. And a swing and a miss. Ooh, and the catcher was almost throwing it to the third base, because when he does, he gets a ball.
Yeah.
So it was good that he hold on to the ball, and I think it was a ball all the way. It was no strikes.
Yeah.
Too low and on the inside. So now 2-2. And another ball now on the outside part of the plate. So full count, good at bat. And let's see how it ends.
And this is a foul ball. Hard chopper down the line of first base.
Yeah, really good at bat by Guido.
Mm-hmm. You know what I also think is pretty cool about this game? Is that it's a final of a Super Cup men's game, and all three of the umpires are ladies.
Yeah, that's really, really nice to see.
Yeah.
And not only because they're women, but because they are really good umpires
Yeah.
as well.
But it doesn't happen as often at the men's game as at the women's game. So I thought it was pretty cool. And they wouldn't be standing there if they weren't good enough.
No, for sure.
Just like every player in this tournament.
Yeah, this is like the game. The final, the two best teams, the best umpire crew. And let's hope to have a really nice end to this game. So we have a runner at first, and they're trying to bend him over.
Mm-hmm.
And now we have two strikes and two bunt and misses by Gio. So let's see if he has another way to get the runner to second base. And that's a strikeout looking. So another at bat Tenerife wanted. They wanted to get a runner to second. They tried to do it with a bunt on the first two pitches. And then a strikeout. On the outside. And rung up by the umpire. So 2 outs now. And a swing and a miss for the number 9. Hitter, Ostos, center field. And a called strike. At the moment they're like living on the outside part of the plate. The balls get called by the umpire most of the time when they are above the plate. And I think Tenerife has to make an adjustment. This is a swing and a miss and a third out. And it makes an end to the top of the 5th inning.
Yes. After this short break of little Sweet Caroline, we're back with the bottom of the 5th inning.
Yeah, Pimentel's back throwing, so I hope his injury or whatever was happening in the 4th inning is over. He starts with a ball though, in the ground. And after a check at first, no swing, so 2 balls for Chudek. And a great pitch by Pimentel, so 2 balls and a strike.
So we have a 2-1 count.
That was too low, so 3 balls, 1 strike, and maybe a start for a leadoff walk.
That could be really good for the Locos.
Yeah, these are the innings where you want to get to Pimentel, as this was an inside strike called by the umpire. So full count. Ooh, and that is a walk. And they don't agree with it at all. And it was a really good pitch.
But if it isn't in the zone, it isn't in the zone, right?
Exactly, and it's up to the ump to decide that. I think the umpire thinks it's a bit low. It's a good frame job by the catcher as well. And yeah, decide for yourself if it is a strike or a ball. We have a leadoff walk for Locos. And now the DH hitting.
So Jakub Holobradek at bat now with the runner on first. It looks like he wanted to go in for the bunt.
Yeah, but he pulled back and it was a ball. And this is a really good opportunity, like in the 5th inning, to have your leadoff on base and an opportunity to get him across to second, as they do on the bunt, but it was touched twice in the box, so that's a foul ball. And we have a 1-1 count. Those left at bat like the last one, that can make the difference in these finals. A walk or a strikeout, it's such a huge difference.
Yeah, definitely.
Especially if you get him at second right now by a sec bunt. They're not going to the bunt. So now he has 2 strikes. Not really a bunt count, but who knows.
If you get him on second base, you only need 1 base hit.
Yeah. And he does his job, because this was a swinging strike. So he's out because first base was occupied. So that's 1 out, but he gets to run it to second base, and that's what he wanted to do with his first 2 attempts to lay down the bunt. And I think that's a really good.
And that was his job in the first place.
Yeah, the result is what you want. And now we have with the number 9 hitter. He started the game with a hit. It was the first hit of the game 2 innings ago, and now he has an opportunity to hit an RBI and make sure Locos score the first run.
Yeah.
goes the second base. It's a really high fly out. Oh, and he drops it. He drops it.
Oh.
Ooh, this can be a difference maker. If you catch that ball, you have 2 outs and a runner at second, and now you have both of the runners at first and third, and
1 out.
it just fell out of his glove. He
Yeah.
he had it.
He had
He
it.
was under it all the time. I think he lost it in the last.
Yeah, he stepped backwards in the last second, and then he kind of went to the back with his
Yeah.
upper body.
I want to say the really good running by the runner at second.
Yeah.
Because as soon as he saw it drop, he took off, and now he's at third, and there was no play.
Yeah.
So we have the leadoff hitting right now with runners at first and third. We start with a ball. As a pitcher, this is a tough hitting. You
Yeah.
think you get a leadoff strikeout, then you take the second hitter, you avoid a bunt, but he gets on. Or he strikes out swinging, but the runner is at second anyway, and then you hit that high fly out for the second out. What could have been the third,
Yeah.
and now you have only one with 2 runners on.
Mhm. Yeah, and you could see, like, from the start, when he didn't catch that ball, Pimento was just trying to stay calm and trying to at least continue, because he wasn't even feeling really good, as you could have seen. So this must have been like almost his last straw.
Yeah, he needs to stay composed and keep doing his job.
Yeah, it is different to be a pitcher in these types of games when your team is letting you down and you're trying your best.
Yeah, like we said already a few times, but he has thrown so many
Yeah.
innings. As it's a job for the field to
So
keep his
much
pitch count
respect.
so low as possible.
Yeah,
And mistakes like this don't help, but
No.
are part of the game.
yeah, exactly. And it can happen, of course, I mean.
So he now needs to work a little bit more in the zone and try not to do too much.
But also not too little, because you don't want to get them a very big hit.
If you miss one of your pitches, it can be a 3-run game.
It can be dangerous even for...
This is a really good pitch, so we
Yeah.
have full count. Could have been a squeeze situation with only 1 out.
And the strike number 3.
And this is a really big strikeout. Because you now have your 2 outs. There was no delayed steal. There was no steal at all. There was no squeeze play. And now you have 2 outs and you can get out of this inning.
Yeah, this was a very important out also.
Great pitching by Pimento. And let's see if he gets out of it.
But now bat we have Wojtek Forman.
That's a foul ball on the first pitch. And this is the part where you can walk or a runner or set somebody extra on base, because the next hitter is as good as the last one. Locos went for the steal, with no action from the runner at third. So we now have second and third. And I think the catcher is asking the umpire if it was a strike. It was a bit on the outside, but it was not called a strike. So it's a 1-1 count. So right now we have a 1-1 count, 2 outs, and runners at second and third. And hitting still is Foreman. That one is in the dirt, and there's the first run in this game on a wild pitch by Pimentel. On I think an 0-2 count.
Yeah.
He throws it in the dirt, and nothing you can do as a catcher. It just went under his leg and straight into the backstop, and it wasn't really quick, but the run scored anyway. And this is a tough inning for Pimentel. Like we said, you already had the chances to get out of it, to make that final out. Then you pitch for the strikeout, and
But it was also good running from the runner on third base, because you know that this pitcher is very difficult, and you just saw one of your best hitters get struck out on it, and you know that if you don't do something quick, then just like now, there might be another.
yeah, and he did it twice, because he also ran really good in the drop fly ball at second. That was only a few meters from where he was standing, and he was at third really quick.
Yeah.
And that's
And
one
he's
way to
not-
create a run.
Yeah, he's not that, he's not that fast, but he knows exactly how to do it.
Yeah, yeah. So they took the point. They got an opportunity from Tenerife, and they took it.
Yeah. This shows again that you don't have to be fast, you just have to be a smart runner. And also, if you are fast and not smart, then you also have a bigger chance to get out.
Yeah, and like we said, it's a game of very small opportunities. I think Tenerife had a really good one with bases loaded and no outs. They didn't score. Now you have a runner at second and third, and you do score, and that can make the difference in games like this. So after the first run was scored, we're now at the top of the sixth inning. And that means that Locos only need 6 more outs to become the champions of the Super Cup 2023 for men's.
And this is strike number 1 on a foul tip.
And as of now, Locos hasn't lost a game the whole week. So they can be unbeaten champions after 2 innings. I think winning the Super Cup is really nice, but to do it unbeaten is like extra nice.
Yeah. That's amazing.
But there's still a long ball game to go.
Yeah. And on the other side, to win a Super Cup through a backdoor final, that's
just as awesome, because like we said at the start, you have to play 2 games back to back, and especially when you only have 1 pitcher, that's really tough. As we see another call by the umpire where the pitching is not happy with it, and I think this one is on the outside part of the plate again, and a good call by the umpire. They're just wanting a bit too much from the outside part of the plate all game.
Yeah, and they already know that she's not going to call it, because she wasn't even calling it against them, and she's not calling it for them, so...
No, exactly.
You have to think of a plan B.
Yeah, so it was a really good lead-off again by their number 1 hitter. And now Pimentel's hitting, runner at first, and let's see what Tenerife has as a plan. This ball goes to the outfielder, and I think it's past the outfielders.
No, it's
really
caught.
Good catch by the left fielder.
Wow, that was... I really thought it was past the outfielder too.
Yeah, it seemed to be
It looked like
really hard, straight into the fence, but it dropped a bit at the end, and I think both outfielders, center field and left field, were very close to the ball, really quick. They made a good catch, and we have one out, and still
Yeah.
still the only one runner at first.
And this ball goes to the second base, and this is a great play.
Yeah, this was a really awesome play, and
Yeah.
to also know what you can and have to do.
Mhm.
You never have a shot at second base or anything.
No.
Just field the ball first, and then you have time to make the out.
Yeah.
And they do that really nice. So right now 2 outs, runner at second, and one hit, one bloop, or one error can be enough to make it a tie game.
Yeah.
And that's a called strike.
Mhm.
So again, an opportunity for Cruz Morales to create something for Tenerife. He was the first hitter when we had bases loaded for Tenerife a few innings ago, and now again an opportunity for an RBI. As he hit it past first base, and there is the RBI, I think. Yes,
Yeah, it is.
And that's a 1-1 ball game. And they are back. They took their opportunity right now.
And this also happened in the earlier game that they played. Cruz Morales took the ball when it was in the 10th inning, and there was 2 outs, and he was in full count, and he hit the ball just for a single, and the runner from second also scored.
Yeah, so clutch again for Tenerife, Cruz Morales, and as he now steals the second base, and he's out at second. So a great throw by the catcher.
And a great play also by the shortstop.
Exactly. And I get why they are trying to steal. If you can get another runner in a scoring position.
But they knew that.
Yeah, it was
He was ready.
Perfect throw and a perfect play by shortstop. It was a really nice play. So after the top of the 6th with a 1-1 ball game.
Yeah. Zo belangrijk is die Ja, ik ook. Melanie was aan het hopen van Owen. Ik dacht dat hij... And with a tied count now in the bottom 6th, at bat we have Juan Garolini.
Yeah, the catcher is hitting. And he starts with a foul ball. So the catcher just made a really good throw.
After this good throw, he can see if he can get a good hit.
Yeah, let's see if we can start it off for Locos. And
we just saw that really helped. Oh.
Good pick by the catcher.
Yeah.
That was not where it was supposed to be.
No.
And that's another foul ball.
Didn't it go like... I think it went actually also on his foot before. Oh well.
He doesn't seem to be in any kind of pain, luckily.
Yeah.
So.
Maybe I just saw it incorrectly. Could have also been. Well, at least now he has a 1 and 2 count.
A really good pitch on that count, and a bit low. You obviously try to get the hitter to chase it. with a lot of good play discipline at the moment. And now we have a 2-2 count. Carolini takes his time and gets ready for the next pitch. And that one was inside, but he was out of the way in time. So full count. Good lead off at bat at the moment.
Yeah.
Especially in the 6th, 7th inning, late innings in the game. If you can start with a lead off, that would be a lead off walk or a lead off runner, that would be great.
Yeah.
And that's a strikeout. So no lead off walk.
Or lead off hit. It's a lead off strikeout.
So Pimentel still going strong. Right now we have Adam Juniak hitting, and he starts with a swing and a miss and a strike one. And that's another swing and a miss. So 2 strikes for Juniak.
Yeah, you can really see that he's ready for the big hit.
Yeah, they're just pitching him in the ground, a lot of drop balls and balls that are really hard to hit for hard contact. This is another drop ball, and it's another swing and a miss. So tough at bat for Juniak, and 2 outs.
And great pitching.
Yeah.
Great calling, actually.
Yeah, to go to the drop 3 times in a row and make him chase 3 times.
And he was so dedicated to get that hit, that long ball, that he would chase them.
Yeah, let's see if George Harris has a different approach. If he hits the first pitch and hits it for a long foul ball after backs up.
So that's his first strike.
And that's a base hit. No, it went to shortstop. I thought it was up the middle, but it was a really good play by the shortstop to make the final out. And after 6 innings, we're tied with a 1-1 score. And we're going to the 7th.
Yeah.
So let's see if it will become another tie break and if they will beat the 11 innings they played this morning. Because if they do, we're in for a long evening.
Yeah. And I heard...
All you need is a ball.
And we start the 7th inning with a first pitch.
First
6
out.
to 3, first out. We're gonna see it in the replay.
Well, if it looks like this, then it's gonna be short inning.
Yeah. Good play though,
Yeah.
very shortstop. Running play. Has to be really quick to make the out, but he succeeded.
Yeah, he was quick enough. And a big swing and a miss here. Now about we have Jonel Pirella Villalobos.
Ooh, and that's a hit by pitch. On his upper body, I think it hit his arm mostly. It seems to be fine. Let's see the replay where it hits him exactly. Yeah, I think on his arm. But he's fine. He's already at first base, and that means they have a runner at first with 1 out. And Giro, Jorge Giro, is hitting again.
Oh, and he's going in for the bunt. Intriguing choice.
Yeah, and I think he pulled back.
Yeah, he pulled back, but
But it was a strike.
it was a strike.
So that's a shame, because that was one of his opportunities to lay down the bunt.
Yeah.
Or it might have been a
Fake
bunt
bunt.
steal, or just a fake bunt to see how the defense would react. But
Yeah,
after,
and he's doing it again.
yeah, that's another
And again,
strike.
another strike.
So now I'm a bit lost about what they are doing, because if you already played each other
Yeah.
for like 17 innings, you probably know how they act
Yeah.
on a bunt. So if you just use one of your balls for fake bunt, okay,
Yeah.
but to get 2 strikes on true fake bunts, that's rough.
Maybe he's just a very good two-strike hitter.
Yeah, well, he has a foul ball now. So it's also good for the feeling to have touched the ball. And
No, the curves, the speed,
exactly.
the everything.
And he will try to do anything he can to advance the runner to second, or maybe even to third,
Yeah.
and give the next hitter a shot to get in that run.
Yeah, and they only have 1 out, so anything is possible.
I see it's another foul ball. Yeah, because both of the runs that were both on 2 outs. So. And another foul ball.
Although it was a great play, if
Yeah.
it was in.
If it was fair, it could have been a double play. And that's a strikeout, and a throw to first. And safe at first with a really good throw.
Very close.
Yeah. And I think we have a replay. So first at the strikeout, and a really good pitch and a swing and a miss, and a straight throw to first, and a really close play, but he was out. So we have 2 outs.
And now about we have Martijn Guillot.
Yes, number 8 hitter and playing right field for Tenerife. And already has a swing and a miss for strike 1. And another swing and a miss, so 2 strikes. And that strike 3 looking down the middle. Great pitching. And that means after 7 innings for Tenerife, they've scored 1 run. And it's now up to Locos to try to get a run in their 7th inning.
Yeah. Try to get a walk-off. And otherwise, they're going to have to go into extra innings.
Yeah. into a tiebreak. Because I think this morning Tenerife was playing at home.
Yeah.
So they had their tiebreak and they played each other in a tiebreak, but now the teams are switched sides, and it's always nice to win a trophy on a walk-off.
Just gives an extra feeling. Nee, dit is op Blostil. Ja. So now at bat we have Ludek op Blostil.
The shortstop from Locos Breclav. And let's see if he gets on base and finds a way. He starts with a ball. I think it was a bit high.
Yeah. I think so too.
And this one is a bit low. So a good start.
For a Blostil.
Yeah, for sure, because he now has a really good starting point. 2 balls and no strikes to try and find a way to get on base.
And this one goes to second base.
Yeah,
So 4-3 for the first out.
That's a shame because you can pick when you're 2-0 ahead, and I think it was his ball because otherwise he wouldn't have swung. But just not the contact he hoped for, I think.
Yeah.
Good play though by second base
Yeah.
and the first out.
It was a hard, but not hard enough. And it means now at bat we have with number 90 the first baseman Martin Turek. And he was, I think, he was the point that was scored.
Yeah, he had a really good base running.
Yeah. Oh.
He had some really good running 2 innings ago when Locos scored their first run.
Ja, we moeten allemaal even kijken. And this ball is a hit.
Oh, he's going to second. Again, great base running by Martin Turek.
That's amazing.
He waited till the ball was thrown by the left fielder,
Yeah.
and as soon as he released the ball to go to shortstop, he advanced to second base. And that means with only 1 out, you have your winning run at second instead of first, and that's awesome base running.
Definitely.
If they win by this run, we should really mention again how good of a base running game Martin Turek did today. He went to third on a dropped fly ball beside second base, and then he stole home when there was a wild pitch by Pimentel. And now, like we just saw, on just a single to left field, when as soon as the left fielder threw back the ball, he advanced to second base.
This is a very good example for anybody who's watching, and he is a very good example of always wanting to take the next base and getting every opportunity and using it.
Yeah, and even creating his own opportunities by just waiting till someone do something that's very normal in our game, just throw back the ball to second base.
Yeah.
And he took full advantage of it.
Yeah.
That was a strike.
Yeah.
So we have 2 strikes.
So 2 strike hitting over there.
Yeah, number 9 hitter, so their leadoff is already waiting on deck.
This is Although this is not 32. This is a different hitter.
Yeah, this is.
Oh, this is Holobrad.
This is their number 8. That's their DH.
Yeah, this is This is Jakub Holobrad. Yeah.
So there's the DH in your screen as well, and he hits it to second base. And he bobbles it, but the runner stays at third. So he saves a run, but it would have been a really nice play if he made it out.
Yeah, definitely.
And again, Olo Bradek, who hits it to second base, this time by the ground, and makes sure that he advances the runner. And now we have first and third.
And now all they need is one hit, one sacrifice fly,
One squeeze.
one squeeze,
Can we see a squeeze?
one ball in the dirt.
Yeah, one wild pitch, one pass ball, one error or anything. There's definitely a lot of pressure right now on Pimento.
But also on the next hitter, Michael Kuduch.
Yeah, who's already hitting really good against Pimento.
Yeah.
He had the first hit of the game, and
Let's see if he has another hit in his back.
He looks like he's ready.
This is the spot where you want to be in as a hitter, right?
Mm-hmm.
Let's see what they're gonna do. Are they going for delayed steal, maybe a squeeze? Let's see. Ooh, and it is a low ball, but it could play with a catcher. So. A couple of days ago, we saw the game against between Olympia and I don't know who it was, but they loaded the bases. I think it was Hoboken. They had a runner at third with one out, and they loaded the bases. And let's see what happens here. That's a strike.
Yeah.
So you load the bases to try to get out of the squeeze play because you create a force out.
Yeah. And then they score two
Yeah,
runs.
it was a walk in the end. So a walk.
Yeah.
Ooh, let's see if he held in. No, it's a caught strike. So it's 1 ball and 2 strikes right now. So I think the squeeze is no longer.
Well, of course, you could always.
Here we go, next pitch. Again low, but a good pick again by the catcher. A 2-2 count. 22 to count. And a big strikeout by Pimento and another great drop ball. Good pick by the catcher as well again. Some really good pitching still from Pimento in the 7th inning. Let's see it again in the replay. It drops a lot.
Mm-hmm.
So we have 2 outs. And now we do have the lead-off hitter. Magdula, Martin hitting. And let's see if he finds a hole somewhere. You have to steal right now, I think, because they're never going for the runner at second.
Mm-hmm. And the ball. As I've probably mentioned earlier, I mean, Martin Magula's strength is that he takes a lot of pitches. He looks at a lot of balls.
Yeah, and again he has 2 balls.
Mm-hmm.
So they're either gonna have to pitch him or keep avoiding the plate and maybe walk him.
Mm-hmm. Ja, dat snap ik wel met deze wedstrijd geweest. Precies.
En we hebben al 9 duimpjes.
Lekker man. Bijna 2 handen vol.
Je hoogste goed stoppen.
Echt, gooi hem eruit. Trek hem eruit.
So that was a timeout. And they're gonna walk him, like we already said. They're either gonna avoid the plate at all, or they have to pitch him on two balls, and they choose to avoid the plate at all and walk him intentionally. So right now we have bases loaded, 2 outs.
And now we have Wojtek Voorman.
Yeah. In the bottom of the 7th, so winning run is at third. Super Cup winning runner is at third. He starts with a really big swing. I think he had a lot in mind with that swing.
Yeah. But for a first pitch, it's fine to have that kind of pitches.
And it's a great take. I think a really good call as well by the umpire. That was an outside ball. A really good take for Voorman for sure. And that was a foul ball.
Yeah.
So 1 ball, 2 strikes for Voorman.
And this could be the all-deciding pitch.
Yeah.
Any pitch from now on could be. And I think Wojtek knows that too, due to this timeout he's asking.
Yeah. This can be the pitch. We either go to a tie break. Can be the walk-off, maybe a foul ball or a ball, of course. But let's see what happens. And it went into the backstop. And he is safe! And that means Locos Breclav wins it on a wild pitch into the backstop by Pimentel. And that's a really tough way to lose, but congratulations to Locos.
And it's again
some great base running, because the ball is coming from the backstop really hard and the catcher dives into it with all he has. But like you said, again, great base running.
That is amazing.
He scored both of the runs from Locos on wild pitches into the backstop. For Pimentel, that's a really tough way to lose the final. He did amazing today through so many innings.
Yeah, truly. This whole tournament was amazing.
But Locos Breclav is the undefeated Super Cup winner of the 23 men's Super Cup.
And this is the ending of the game.
Thank you, Melanie, for the clearance of this.
So no tie break.
No tie break.
I think we'll go to the closing ceremony and prizes in a bit.
Where you will also receive your silver medal.
Yeah, I will. So I'm gonna leave you guys and thank you and good luck the last part.
Thank you, Thomas. Thanks a lot for helping us out. It was an honor to have one of the best commentators next.
Okay.
And thank you guys.
Nee, dit was de laatste microfoon die we hadden. Ja. Trek thuis erin. Trek thuis erin.